want to be about co-creating, so many amazing people that literally we could create 1,000 millionaires over decades and decades. And it was also part of my commitment to do this for decades. And I have done it for decades. One of the things on our website is we have a count. I think it says 161. I think it's more like 175 that we've identified. Okay. We've got a number who are literally worth, over 100 million.
This is Chris, and Chris's specialty is making millionaires out of students. Here's how he does it.
We run a business in window cleaning and in painting under the brand name Student Works Painting and Student Works Window Cleaning. We have French brands as well. It's an entrepreneurial training program. We come in, we take university students who really don't know anything. Okay. And they've obviously got skills and a past track record, or we wouldn't choose to invest that money. It's thousands of dollars investment for us to do what we do with every one of our operators before we make any money. Okay. So we make a bunch of money. We're really good at this. And our operators make an enormous amount of money because they get really good at this. We coach them, we train them, and there's manuals and systems and checklists about how to do each and everything.
So what do these students or operators actually do?
What an operator does is first of all, they go and recruit their own team. And then they go out and market their own business. Okay. They set up their own separate Facebook accounts. They're canvassing and putting up lawn signs. They're dropping flyers. They're going to home shows in a pre-COVID world, and I expect a post-COVID world. They're getting their own referrals and repeat clients. They're calling our enormous past client list to generate business. They're taking those staff who they've recruited and engaged and trained, and then they go out and produce that work, and they produce that work at a net profit basis. So they learn how to create profit in the world.
What's the bar for success, and what can people expect to make?
We call it a minimum, and we're actually going to stop calling it a minimum. We're actually going to create another term for it, because it's not a minimum. To have $30,000 worth of business booked by the middle of May is actually incredible. Like, it's like, wow, that person's on track to do $50,000 or $60,000 and make $12,000, $15,000, or more, depending on their ability to run their net profit. But that's the bottom line. That's the lowest performing operator we want in our business, and then everybody else above there. And so it's a high bar, but the reason we want that bar there is so that people win. So when people leave and they're rock stars, because by the way, everyone eventually leaves our business.
Chris, I'd love to know, what's inspiring you to even do this in the first place?
Decades ago, one big thing that was really big in the business culture was creating a big, hairy, audacious goal. Okay, so I created a BHAG, and I created one, and it was to create 1,000 millionaires. And so, first of all, when I created it, I would say it once a year at the major training, and that's all I could say it for. And just because it was so ominous, so big, so frightening, so scary to actually say, here's this guy saying he wants to be part of creating 1,000 millionaires. And there's something that sort of made me feel uncomfortable about that, imposter syndrome, or that I'm so good. But what it was I want to be a real contribution. I want to be about co-creating, so many amazing people that literally we could create 1,000 millionaires over decades and decades. And it was also part of my commitment to do this for decades. And I have done it for decades. The last number of years, we actually started counting, and and one of the things on our website is we have a count. I think it says 161. I think it's more like 175 that we've identified. Okay. We've got a number who are literally worth, over 100 million. We know there are more because there's a gap in time where there was no social media, where people just, would disappear, and they never jumped on because we had a bunch of 50-year-olds and 40-year-olds. But really, again, all goals, it's not about the goal. The goal is about challenging you. The goal is about thinking differently. The goal is about, inspiring you.
Why a million? What does this stand for and mean to you?
Some people have, and I get it, sort of money hang up. So what millionaire? What's that to you? Now, by the way, when we said it, a millionaire was worth more too. Okay. So now you could even say some people have said, oh, a millionaire, that's not really worth that much. And I get it, but for me, a millionaire is, first of all, if someone creates $1 million in value for themselves, they've really done a lot in the world, in the economy. They've really likely, again, employed people or gotten really good at their job, really good in the community. They're a real contributor. So that's the thinking about the millionaire. So it's not about money. It's not like, because money is to me, I look at money as profit comes after value. Somebody delivers a lot of value and profit's going there. That's kind of how I look at money in this context.
So, if you're interested to learn more about Chris, or if you'd like to hear the full podcast, check out the links in the description, or on Google, Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts, check out Smart Money.